Welcome to the first video for Introduction to HTML. In this video, we're going to learn how to make our first HTML file. So you're going to want to start on your desktop and open brackets. In the top left, you'll see what's called the horizontal menu. You're going to want to select File, New. What this does, it creates an unnamed, no type file in your brackets. After that, you want to click File, Save. You're going to want to navigate to your school folder, this class folder, and then make a new folder. Whatever you name this folder should be the general idea of your website. You don't want to include spaces, so I'm going to go ahead and make this name My First Website. Once you type that in, click Enter, and then click into your folder. The file name of basically every page you create should be index.html. This will always be your home page. The .html is extremely important because that identifies the file type. Once that's done, click Save. You now have your first HTML file. However, we don't have the content yet. So start by typing HTML. This is what's known as the root element. This element wraps all the content on the entire page. Next up, add your head tag. This element acts as the container for all the stuff you want to include on the HTML page that isn't the content you are showing to your page viewers. This includes things like keywords and a page description that you want to appear in search results, CSS to style our content, and character set declaration. For now, let's start by adding the meta char set and set it equal to UTF-8. Essentially, all you need to know about that is that it can handle any textual content you put on it. So whether that's English, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, or anything else you might want to add, with this element, your website can now handle that. Moving on, you want to add the title element. This sets the title of your page, which is the title that appears in the browser tab the page is loaded in. It is also used to describe the page when you bookmark and favorite it. So let's add My First Web Page. For now, that's all we're going to include in our head element. Next, add the body element. This contains all the content that you want to show to web users when they visit your page, whether that's text, images, videos, video games, playable audio tracks, or whatever else. For now, let's add a basic paragraph element and say this is my first web. Now, before we go and view our web page, if you look to the left, you'll see next to our file that there's a little gray dot. That indicates we have on save changes. So to save those changes, click Control S. Once that little dot goes away, you can head on over to the right side of your screen and click the lightning bolt. This is a live preview. So once you click that, your website should open in a browser. And again, there's your first web page. This is the title that we declared in our head element, and this is the content declared in our body element.